All right, hello and welcome to tonight's Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Tournament groups between Glutamic Acid and Stewie Cartman in a Group H match. This should be a very good one. Two very accomplished Mario 3 players going head to head. Stewie Cartman is looking to finish this out. Group play, he's 4-0. And well known in the Warpless and Hundo communities. Glutamic Acid is making his tournament debut this year. Well, in this tournament, but was in the brackets last year and is a very solid player. So this should be a good match. I'm Pro A007, very happy to be joining you. And on the mic with me this evening is actually our current number one seed of the tournament, DLP 316. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Yep, just to add on to what you were saying, sort of echo it to very good players. Stewie kind of newer, but like you said, very accomplished vanilla player. Glutamic, I haven't seen him play a lot since the last tournament, so interested to see where he is in terms of skills at this time. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, and runners will be playing both matches will be a standard tournament flag 2, which means they'll have shuffled world order, shuffled enemies, shuffled Koopa kids with their HPs and their attributes. Hammers will break locks, and end cards will be in play for both matches. So those have generally been the most consistently used flags in the tournament, so we'll see how our runners go about this, and we lead off with World 5.
I think the end cards favor Stewie a little bit more because the more power ups he gets and the more damages he's able to take, the more speed run strats he's going to be able to use.
Yeah, glutamic acid's taken 2 deaths already in 20 seconds, having a little... He's trying to do some peace speed strats, but the Disco Waffles are not letting him. Stewie opted to go for 2 power-ups there to give him Raccoon Mario. Glutamic mishit the item box and let the mushroom go into the water.
Yeah, look at a free pipe check here so they'll know exactly if they need to play that fort or not, and looks like they're going to, or get lucky with a Hammer Brother.
Even if they get lucky with a hammer, bro, this is the kind of... It's early enough in the proceedings where you don't want to be using it for that.
Absolutely.
A nice Jugum Cloud there for Stewie. That could be useful.
Usually, even if it's late, if the fort's right there, I'm not going to waste the hammer unless it's something like 7F1 without a power-up or something like that.
Right, yeah. So, nice 1-up there for glutamic acid getting it started. But speaking of 7F1, so Stewie, decision to go for the double power-up in 3F1 is going to pay off very nicely here.
Yeah, this is going to give him a pretty big advantage.
Yeah,
early.
because
About
with
60 seconds longer to go for all the power-ups and stuff.
Yeah, this stage as Small Mario definitely is over 1 minute long, so you do not want to come in here small. So it's not something you'd normally have to give a lot of thought to, but in this case, it really is going to make an impact here for Stewie and for glutamic acid. We have our first normal stage of the game, 4-5.
World 5 tends to be on the longer side usually. You have to play 3 levels to build a bridge, to go over, to get to the pipe, but this World 5 has been pretty kind for our runners, just over 3 minutes in.
Yeah, that having the pipe and the tower on one side of the island really kind of loosened things up. it was entirely possible that the tower would have been a faster route, but not in this case. So it worked out pretty well. Nice fire kill by Stewie on Roy.
Get your guesses in chat for whichever world you think is going to come next. I'm going to say World 2.
World 2. Well, I will say 4. I think with my guess in there, verbally, we got everything covered, and Zero Wing and Sailor Jade and Prime were correct. It is World 3. We got 2 pipes up front. This could be interesting.
Yeah. What item did they get at the end of the world? I didn't see.
I didn't see either. Okay. This is a 1-fort World 3. It's just a question of how...
Okay.
There.
So.
Okay. Oh, it was a Tanuki suit. Alright, so Stewie plays a 3-8, the 3-8 spot, and gets 7-7. Went for the pipe clip, which you really only 51 and lower Warpless runners attempt. It does save about 10 seconds, but Stewie, after one attempt, just decided, nope, just going to do this normally.
Probably the right decision. I think I've gotten it one time, and it was through sheer luck, so...
Yeah. And there's 7-6. There's 7-6 now. Know your pipe clips, and is successful. Gets it on, I believe that was the 4th try.
Yep, 4th, first try. Perfect.
Hey. So, based on their World 1 splits, there's about a 1-minute advantage for Stewie Cartman after one world. Glutamic Acid now starting 7-7 as Small Mario, so, well, he really needs a power-up. Because you can't do you can't do the door clip as
All right, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Well, he's got the Tanuki suit, and you can certainly do it with a tail, but it's a much tighter trick. I think it's Subpixel Perfect. Oh, there's an end card coming up. He might... He is going to go for the card, so he may... He has to get a match, though. Unfortunately, rolls 4 different tiles there.
And he discovers the bad news that is 7-6 without a power-up.
Yeah,
pretty difficult to do it with the tail. I'm terrible at it, so I don't blame him.
Well, you don't want to use a cloud because
one shot, perfect. Very good.
Mac and Cheese is 7-6 with a tail. Very nice by glutamic acid.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think I've seen you do that several times, so I'm always impressed when that happens.
Yeah, and it is luck, although I do try and get like a certain bit of timing down so I can get it right. But yeah. Yeah, when it goes, it's very satisfying. 7-1 and 7-6. And Stewie got a fire kill on Wendy on the World 6 airship. So and the king reminiscing about Casablanca style about Giant Land. Is that where we're going? Darn.
We're going to Iceland.
Okay, so we've got 3 forts. And there's the hammer for glutamic acid.
I don't think Stewie
Hmm.
got that. Well, he gets one now, but I don't think he got that one in particular.
I
Unless
don't believe he did. No. Oh, he did. He did. And he is going.
This could be a good one. Yeah, just
Else.
break it.
Yeah. The double hammer world 6 there, and he doesn't even have to play a single stage. And glutamic acid's going to be able to do the same thing.
Whenever I have a World 4 or a World 6 3 fort, it always seems to be the last fort that I played. So definitely don't blame me for going just right to the end. It's usually the longest world in the game, so might as well just get through it as fast as possible. It's a very fast pace right now.
Yeah. So Mike is a fighter predicting World 2 is the next world. We have 1, 2, 4, and 7 on the table.
I'm gonna go with World 1. Got 3 of the longer worlds right out of the way, so
yeah. They've all been pretty short. And it is World 2. We've got a fort, a level, and then a pipe, and it is a vanilla World 2 fort.
yeah, Stewie is just blazing through this seed, and the World 2 setup looks pretty good to be a quick one as well, depending on where this pipe goes, and he hasn't even really gotten too much or delved into the end card yet, so this could be a very fast seed when it's all said and done.
Could be. The seed does tend to correct eventually. World 1 gives you a bad draw, or 4 makes you work for it. You've got to go through like 5 stages. So we'll see how it plays out. And glutamic acid, I had to think about that, and Stewie is going to skip 2-4 and get a free pipe check. And okay, so he's going to have to play 2 stages here. 5, 7, and a fort.
Looks like he could. Oh, he used both his hammers, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
For some reason.
Yeah, sadly not. Glutamic acid grabbing the wand at 10:47. It's almost 2 minutes back now. Based on his split, Stewie playing the end card and rolls Snake Eyes there.
It's the P speed at the
It's
start
sub
of
30 happen here.
5-1 or 5-4 or this World 5-4.
4F2, yeah. 4F2,
Oh.
yeah. And a nice quick kill there by Stewie Cartman. Very nice use of P-speed strats. Checked his items. Looks like he has a Jukum Cloud to work with, but that... Okay, so a mushroom for Stewie. It's in the Vanilla World 2 airship.
Probably hold on to his cloud until towards the end, or in case he gets one of the nasty levels. Usually want to use your clouds before World 8, so as long as you get it used at some point, it'll be worth it.
So
You just don't want to end the game with clouds in your inventory. It's not a good feeling.
no, it isn't. So glutamic acid is up here. Pretty nice run on the cards. He's going to play 2-4, which Stewie skipped, and it's 4-2 with the boss bass.
Yeah, fast. I mean, Stewie's definitely on pace for a sub 30, and this World 1 is a great setup, so this is going to be a very fast seed, I think, by the time it's over.
Yeah, we still have Worlds 4 and 7, and, you know, when they want to, 4 and 7 in particular can be pretty ugly, but yeah, Stewie is looking pretty good right now for, yeah, that sub 30. Got a little trouble in the Tunnel of Love there in Piranha.
For the
Stewie
peace
going
feed here
for-
at the bottom of the Piranha Fort. Takes a hit,
That-
but most people just damage boost there anyways, and it looks like Glutamic picked up a third cloud out of the end card, so
Yeah.
could be able to get some levels here pretty soon.
I
He
would
needs to
hope
every-
so.
Yeah, he needs to
Yeah.
just use them up before. Well, there you go. Forts tend to run on the longer side, so anytime you can cloud one with no repercussions, it's you usually save a decent amount of time.
Yeah, that's always been kind of my favorite strat in general, is to use them in at the end of worlds, like World 1 in particular. It's I've always found it to be a good choice.
Absolutely.
So glutamic acid's done at 1440, so again a little over 2 minutes back, but he's got extra clouds. Stewie does not. Stewie's already used one of them, and there's a cloud for Stewie, and it's good. Could be on a bit of, and get out your commands in chat if you got them.
Yeah, I think Stewie has 2 clouds still because he didn't cloud in World 1 at all. And I mean, it looks like they're a world apart, but really it's just 2 levels, and Glutamic has 3 clouds to play with, so definitely needs to
Right.
start, or 2. Well, he will have 3 after this, but
Right.
yeah, he needs to use them any place that he can at this point.
Yeah, there's no guarantee about 4 or 7 really giving you anything with them. So World 1 is a good place to use them. At least one in this case. All right. So okay, so yeah, he might not be able
be that self-correcting world that you were talking about with how it's set up.
Yeah, and
all the way down there to play it.
And those clouds are virtually valueless unless you want to double cloud a stage. You know, I guess if it's Atlantis, that's fine, but ooh. Okay, so he is gonna have to play he's gonna have to play 2 more stages and a hammer bro to get to the correct fort.
The randomizer giveth, the randomizer taketh away.
Yeah, it's one of the few commandments you can rely on in this game. Stewie is in 6-8 after taking care of Navy pretty easily. A nice one-hit Larry for Glutamic, and he's out at 16:57, so gained about 25 seconds there. Nice duck slide there by Stewie to avoid the fire bro.
Yeah, that's hard to react to, because as soon as it starts, you know, they start blasting you right away. You don't have time to think about it. So very impressive.
Right. Yeah, so Stewie's an 8-1, and this is one of those stages where, you know, if given the choice, like, don't want to really play this. But actually not a bad enemy setup though.
Yeah, no hot foot. That part where you have to slide under, that's pretty rare to not get that, and it's always nice to see, because I don't know about you, but I tend to take damage there about 90% of the time. It's just so hard to avoid.
Yeah, it is. It is a real pain. to deal with. So we have 3F2 away from its natural habitat in World 8. Chad asking, how did he one-hit Larry? Hit points for the Koopas are randomized from 1 to 5. So it could take 1 hit, it could take 5 hits. McAcid sees what he has to do and also kind of bitterly realizes, yep, can't use them.
Yep. Glutamic overcoming that early adversity is nice to see. He seems to be doing a lot better now, which is good. It's gonna probably come down to World 8 and be a close one. So,
you know, we've seen some dramatic reversals already.
Yeah, I think S Diesel had a comeback last night or yesterday, and Sharky had a pretty nice comeback as well in World 8. So it's definitely called the Great Equalizer for a reason.
So glutamic acid, using his frog suit, he's going to have to ditch that in 8-1. Stewie having a little trouble with the giant bros. Finally gets rid of them with the star and gets a star for his efforts. So, interesting he did play both of them. I thought he might have skipped them. At least I guess maybe he's looking for a hammer suit right now. That's about the only thing he doesn't have, I believe. So 1956 for Stewie Carbon through 6 worlds. That's really strong, but we have the two potentially longest worlds remaining in 7 and 8.
And a guaranteed Fred to close it out, World 7 in World 7 as well.
It does seem to be awfully common, but you know, we'll see. I haven't really been keeping count on the fourths, but we'll see what they decide to throw here. Ooh, this could be ugly. If that forward in the corner is required, ooh.
Yeah, so there's a lock. Seen a lock and a fort.
Okay, so
all right. Well, we know where to go if he needs it.
Yep. He has a hammer.
All right.
So they do have a hammer, but he's gonna do as much recon first before
Dead end, I'm sure.
commits.
Oh no.
Okay, so bypasses that potentially.
Glutamic feels like gambling. He can just go right to the end. If he takes that second pipe instead of can save a few animus transitions, but Stewie, he's got a hammer, he's got the clouds, he's going to World 8. He's done with World 7.
Yeah. Yeah, Animus United was correct. If that had built a bridge, this would be a very different story, but it is not. So Stewie is gonna get into World 8 at about the 23-minute mark or so. He's gonna start World 8 at about the 23-minute mark or so.
Definitely on pace for sub 30, and really if the world is very kind, then he definitely has a shot at the lowest time of the tourney as it stands. But it's gonna have to be a really good World 8 for that to happen, but it is definitely possible. Vanilla Quaking Ludwig as well.
And full disclosure, my co-commentator still has the lowest time for the tournament at 26:58.
Yeah, that was another case of World 8 was just super fast. I think I played like one level, checked a pipe, and I was at the end. So it's it definitely can happen. So let's see what we got. See how kind World 8 is going to be to Stewie.
We got a hand in the corner. We got tanks, and it's just regular tanks, and it's 6-6. He is not going to play that. He will take his 100-coin fine.
Still kind of one of the longer levels to take an intentional on. You got to go in the pipe, and if you got 3 hits, like the cheeps come in and out of the water, the plant comes down. Sometimes you can't get rid of all 3 as fast as you want.
Yeah. We got Navy on the end of the hand bridge. There's super tanks behind a lock. There's 8 Fort, Air Force in the slot. Oof.
Almost stuck right now, so don't blame him. Just playing the fort that way. At least it'll save his progress, so he can have a fort beaten and then attempt to go back over the hand.
Yeah, and he does a nice job in 6F2. Glutamic doing a nice job himself with the P-Speed strats, and we got stun lock. Oh boy, this is dicey. He's got. Okay, nothing broke visibly. That's valuable right there. Glutamic survives 24-20. And Stewie's in 1-5.
Oh, tunnel. Nice.
Yep.
Usually don't see that in Randomizer because the enemies don't really line up how they do in vanilla, but that was very impressive by Stewie.
Yeah, definitely. There's another lock.
Glutamic has a hammer still, I believe, so...
Stewie in 6-4 takes the 100-coin fine. He's going to roll the dice on 50-50s and is coming up is 0 for 2 on that. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to turn this into a marathon. Okay, he's through. All right, so I think he's going to now, and Glutamic is actually going to this pipe. Stewie did not, so we're going to get a route divergence here. And it's Navy. Okay, so 5F1. So this could be huge, actually, if Stewie backtracks, well, I don't know if he'll backtrack, but this could be huge nonetheless.
Yeah, the only thing that he has up right now is he beat that fort and it broke something that we have no idea what it was, so...
Right, that's probably saving. That's probably... Right now, Stewie did indeed play 8 for it, and nothing was here on this hand bridge screen. So Glutamic's got up this. There's a second ridge. All right.
That's a fort too. There's 2 locks still, and Stewie's gonna play it, so we should know. There's 2 locks on this screen, I believe, unless the Navy broke one.
Right. And it is a 2-bridger. Okay.
So it seems like Stewie's in pretty good shape then.
He should be.
3 forts.
Yeah, unless Glutamic gets it on the money here with 4F1, and then all of a sudden it's in his court.
Yeah, this is 50-50 at this point. I think he's got it too.
Oh boy. Oh wow. Glutamic acid, I think, is about to flip the switch here.
I don't think Stewie. They don't need to play this level, do they?
No, they don't.
A little bit of a routing error there, but
he doesn't have a cloud. Oh.
So 8 fort and the Navy, I think, are the 2.
Yeah, 8 fort and Air Force.
And Stewie has not played the Air Force yet, I don't believe.
No. Glutamic acid and Stewie both in 2-3, both of them finishing it up here. This is going to be really close, folks. Okay, Stewie is through.
So, 8 Fort and Navy, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
That's not something you see every day of the week. Stewie should be able to close this out with a sub 30.
Would have been certain if that had been a fire flower, but can't always get. Nope.
Oh, that just killed sub 30, unfortunately.
It's the top clip, first try. Let's save a little bit of time.
Yeah, it saves about 2 seconds. Glutamic getting grabbed in 6-4. He's like, I don't want to play this, and frankly, I don't blame him. I don't like 6-8.
No.
Oh, 6-4, excuse me. Well, 6-8 can be aggravating, too.
Yep, the enemies, the lag, it's all bad.
Okay, wow. Glutamic getting grabbed again. Stewie clipping first try through the wall there. So it'll take 5 jumps to take down Bowser. Yeah, so while he will fall short in getting a sub 30, he will take game 1 of this tilt.
Yeah, a great time for this flag set. He didn't even really delve into the end cards, which had some decent items in them too. So.
All right, one more jump will do it for Glutamic for Stewie Cartman. He'll move to 5-0 in group play. Down he goes. So get out the GGs for Stewie Cartman, who will indeed be victorious in this opening. A long World 8, but a satisfying finish nonetheless, finishing with an official race time of 30:26. So GG to Stewie Cartman.
Yep, very well played. It seems like the average for the shuffled worlds and all that is probably around like 33, 34 minutes for most of the top players. Anytime you can get around 30 or obviously sub 30, it's a really good time. So very good seed, very fast pace and well played. So fun to watch.
Yeah, all of the 6-0 players are have averages of less than 35 minutes.
The stage just does not want to let up.
Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah.
Now we ask to play
game over here. Or not.
Yeah, it's not practical, I don't think, to take the game over. Well, he gets a life back at least. I'm
still a little confused as to why they played, or why Glutamic played 2-3 there when I thought he found the way to Bowser's keep without having to play that, but
yeah, he clouded it. He clouded it. I think that's how it happened.
Oh, I got you.
But still, I'm not sure it was really needed. But
yeah, I don't think it would have mattered either way. But
no,
he does have a hammer suit still.
So yeah, one one of the big additions to version 1.3 of the randomizer is the final room to Bowser now has randomized fireballs. Used to be you could just deal with this and not have to worry about it too much. But now it can and will and has swung races. Last night between S Diesel and TFTOJ is Exhibit A in that regard. So you really need to learn that clip.
Yeah, I couldn't get that clip for the longest time until fairly recently, actually, within the last couple weeks. Just a tip for everyone: hold forward while you duck jump. It makes a huge difference. Moving forward for everyone.
So glutamic acid finished with an official race time of 33:43.
Yeah. Two very, very solid times.
Yeah, definitely nothing to sneeze at. As you say, sub 35 is really good.
Yeah, I think Ludwig just got a little frazzled in the beginning. Like I said, this is the first time I'm really seeing him race since the last tournament, so I'm sure the nerves played a little bit of a factor in the beginning. Maybe not, but once you get a little bit behind on some of the runners, it's kind of hard to make it up. But he kept pace for the most part, so excited to see where
Yeah,
the second race is going to take us.
yeah, definitely. It easily can turn the tables here and score a win. And again, he was in the brackets last year. I'm not sure where he ended up. How it ended up.
I think he lost two very close races in the second round to Cal, maybe.
Something like that. Yeah.
I remember it in particular because they had to play a fort on the first level of World 8, and there was a hand stage blocking it, and it was Atlantis. And I believe Cal chose to play it, and Glutamic had like 4 lives, and he took the beat the fort and took the game over, which I hadn't even crossed my mind before, and it was like a new strat had developed like that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. He was the 16 seed. Yeah. He was victorious over Claris in the play-in round, and then yeah, he was swept 2-zip by Gamer Kelly. Was the 1 seed last year.
Yeah, I'm remembering it now because you were actually on comms, and when he was doing it, you're like, "Is he really gonna do this?" And it ended up saving time. It was awesome.
Yeah. The hands have also swung races from time to time. Just depends on how good your coin flip luck is.
Yeah.
So our runners have been given this have had a second seed generated. Again, this is game 1. Will be shuffled world order, shuffled enemies, items, etc. Map will be shuffled. Hammers still break locks, and end cards are in play. We'll see how they decide to go about it. Glutamic was a little more willing to go for the card than Stewie, and did get some good items out of it, but ultimately not enough to make the difference he needed.
Yeah, it almost seemed like Stewie would have gone for the cards, but they just seemed like they were spawning out of his way, so didn't feel the need to go back for him, especially with the pace that he was on. So we'll see what he chooses to do in the next seed.
And so runners are confirming their hashes. Should be starting any minute now.
Let's get people in chat getting their guesses in for what world they're gonna start with. I'm gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna say World 4, Big World, my favorite when I was a kid.
Yeah. I'm gonna hope for the full RBO here. We got a very specific prediction from Mike is a fighter 4-6-2-5-1-7-3-8 and 0 bridges.
Yep, 4 is definitely possible. I had it myself recently.
Yeah. While we wait for them to ready up, do give our runners a follow today. This first race was terrific. I'm sure the second one will be just as good. We got two very good players who very well could end up seeing each other again in the come bracket time. Who knows? Uh, you know, one can never be too sure.
Certain people tend to link up in the brackets, it seems like. Not that you would have any experience with that.
About that. No, of course not. No, no. It's actually it's on pace to happen again.
Yeah, I was checking that out. It's crazy how that seems to work out.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something all right. So runners are ready. Yeah, so we'll see what they can come up with and what those randomizers will come up with. First race was pretty generous, particularly with its clouds and its hammers, giving it to them in bunches, and Stewie getting like a 12:25 first half, which is really, really fast. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we will get ready to launch this thing in the next minute or so. All right, runners have been given the go-ahead. We'll be starting next 30 to 40 seconds. So get your guesses in for first world if you haven't already, chat. And I did write down that one specific sequence. So we'll see if World 4 is indeed leading off, or, if we're going to get some other combination.
Always hoping for the RVO though.
We've seen vanilla order in a tournament race. Now we need RBO.
Close, no
Well,
cigar.
yeah, it was 4-6, not 6-4, unfortunately. So okay, we got a bridge. This is interesting. Both runners opting to go the same route. Glutamic is going to go for the item to get himself a mushroom. Stewie's going for the P-speed strats here in 4. Not the P-speed, but the speed strats in 4-4. Skip over that wall there. Ooh, Glutamic trying to take out the Lakitu. Now he's got to be careful. He can get sniped pretty easily here.
I think this was the right play to make. It saves a fight transition. The world that they ended up with wasn't too, or the level that they ended up with wasn't too bad, so they can play this fort and then.
Yeah. Oh. Glutamic Acid's gotten hit by this twice now. Because the second fort he played was 7F1 and he was Small Mario. Didn't he get a P-Wing out of this? Off of that hammer, bro? Or did he not play it?
I don't think he played it.
Oh.
But that was
Stewie did.
Maybe, taking the intentional and playing the Hammer Brother or the Toad House. But
yeah,
he's just gonna power through.
So we have
this is 2 seeds in a row in the first world that Stewie's gotten an advantage having a tail going into, or having not to do the full 7F1.
Right.
Having a power up or a tail.
Okay, so
they're all required.
It looks like all three forts are required, and there was some disappointment that 7F1 and 7F2 weren't linked in the first match. Well, here they are in all their glory.
Stewie making nice use out of the statue strats. I always forget that exists when I have a Tanuki tail.
Yeah, there's a hammer for glutamic acid. Boy, that unfortunately not valuable here.
Yeah, it looks like this World 6 is going to be on the longer side to start this seed.
Unfortunately, that does appear to be the case. Yeah, so Glutamic now starting 7F2 as Stewie finishes it up. We'll see what Glutamic decides to do. Stewie's kind of going for some of those swag strats, but maybe Glutamic will go for some faster ones. MIDI guy, these are standard flags too.
The hammer could come into play if that level next to the lock or the rock is either Atlantis, or if it was 7F5, I would use the hammer, no doubt. Well, depending on the enemy set, but I still probably would regardless.
Yeah, I think I would as well. And I've had that happen. In one of my races, it was 6-7's location was Atlantis. I played it, even though I probably could have bypassed it, but it's like I held on to it. I held on to my hammer, and it actually turned out to be, I think, the correct call long term. But instead we get a nice gentle 3-1, and now we have one more fort to play, and it is 2 fort.
Yeah, this is a nasty start to this seed. They were through like two worlds at this point. They still got to play a fort and 2 more levels.
Yep. Stewie taking a death there in 2 forts, so Stewie's going to get to catch up. Glutamic's going to catch up a little bit here.
Starts the stage with immediate P speed from the P-Wing, so that's gonna save him a couple seconds as well.
Yeah, has caught up a bit here. He's only about half a stage behind now. There goes the final fort. Now Stewie's in 1-5.
Being assaulted by Karibo shoes.
As one is. He did. Oh! P-Speed does not work out in his favor this time, so back to... Now they're basically even. Oh, Glutamic is going to go for the card here. So... So in terms of what this match would mean either way, Stewie is 5-0. If he wins here, he'll join the ranks of the 6-0 players, and will have all but assured himself a first round bye.
Stewie again is avoiding the end card. I'm not sure if that's he just doesn't want to play him. I mean, since they both had a choice to choose flags, and he chose one with the end card, maybe it's just because it's not closer. It could be a big advantage for Glutamic if it's a kind end card again.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually split their decision. They actually went on different tracks for their levels. Stewie got beta. Glutamic got the 1-5 beta, so that's interesting. Ooh, Stewie gets hit in the face there with the cannon, so I have to deal with Lemmy as Small Mario.
Ugh, hitbox.
Oh!
Terrible.
That's the third death Stewie has had in World 1. That's unfortunate. And now Glutamic with Fire Mario should have a pretty easy go of it with Lemmy, because this is just 10 fireballs. And he does. So a 737 for Glutamic Acid out of the first world. A very rough first world overall, with 3 forts and a 5 hit Lemmy.
Yeah, 7-minute and 45-second world to start off with. You never want to see that. That doesn't feel good. Without the deaths, and Glutamic has a little bit more intel with the end card. He's got a little bit of advantage to start here.
Yeah, so we got a level and a fort, and a forced draw, and we lead off with 2-4. And 2-4 is one of those stages, like, it's not one I like to see very early, just because, you know, the fire or hammer bros can be really unpleasant.
Yeah, especially for this jump right here where Stewie is. Sometimes you're small, you don't know what type of hammer brother is, you take a jump, blind jump, and then there's the hammer brother right in your face.
Yeah, we got 4F1 as the 4 Glutamic going top route here and taking a couple of damage boosts, but unfortunately no orb.
Like, definitely starting off this seed a lot better than the last one. It's almost like they're it's reversed. Stewie is having a little trouble in the first world, whereas Glutamic got through it unscathed.
Yeah, it was start off on the wrong note right away for Glutamic in the first, because he died twice in 3F1. And he's picked up a couple of matches here. He's got 3 now, and alright, so
Not gonna show us.
Not showing us the full hand, but it's a free pass now to the airship and the World 7 airship. A kind of an apology, I guess, from the game. Like, yeah, we kind of put you through the ringer there, so you know, here's a nice gentle World 2 for you.
It's just lulling them into a sense of security.
That was a one-hit Morton on top of that. So, a 10-second... So, Stewie with a 10-second lead now, going into World 3. Guesses, chat? I'm gonna follow this system that was put... It's been one off, so I'll say 5 is next.
Oh, 7.
It is 7.
Nice.
Alright, so we got... Worthless Lock.
You don't hate that to see that at the start of World 7.
No. Ludimic,
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy. And looks like that card is huge.
Yeah. Stewie has 2 hammers just from Hammer Brothers and
Yeah.
the end of the world prize, so he's doing okay in that. Well, and he gets another one, so they're actually even
Wow,
now.
so they offset, but
We haven't seen several matches in the end card yet. The flowers, the 10s and the 20s, I believe. So if either of those are clouds, that's gonna pay off big for Glutamic.
yeah. So we got ourselves a sprint now after a grueling World 6. Worlds 2 and 7 have been very quick. So, Glutamic at 11:41, Stewie at 12:04, now we're in World 5. So we're gonna have to play 2 stages here to get to the pipe. Do have an angry sun here in 2-3. Well, no star chain here in 7-3, but that fire flower is helping glutamic acid get through this pretty quickly. Clear some of the obstacles. Stewie's saying, I got my Warpless skills. I don't need no power-up. I'm just going to gun through this.
Yeah, that's about as good as
so
you
it
can
is
play it right there.
So neither fort required. So glutamic acid just has to play a couple of stages, and he's on his way. Ooh, almost got the double shot there, but gets a hammer.
Wow. That's 4 hammers so far for him.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
We go from 7-3 to 7-4. Does that mean 7-5 is next? Yesterday there was a chain in one of the matches in the match I did where we went from it was 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, and 5-6 all in a row. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was 5-4 to 5-7, and then the next stage was 5-3.
Nice.
So it's like, hey, get your money's worth out of that.
I'd be okay with 7-5 being next.
Ludwig going back for a second help. He got 3 matches off the first card.
Alright, well, we're gonna see what the unknowns are. He's gonna clear it, it looks like.
Yep. Looks like another hammer came out of that, but other than that, though that's not exactly a significant advantage here because it's not giving it to you from the card, it's giving it to you from the Hammer Bros or, you know, the Princess or whatever.
Yeah, he should be set on hammers for the rest of the seed here, so
Yeah.
I don't expect him to play it anymore.
Yeah, double hammer play in World 3 is very much a thing. One of my favorite strats. Provided the map, of course, allows for such a thing.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting to World 3 and seeing that you have to play 5 stages before you can even check a pipe.
Yeah. Yeah, the double hammer strat is particularly valuable in those cases. So 16-13 for Stewie. Lieutenant McAssid's going to be right behind him, less than 20 seconds. Are hammers important? They can be, because they can help you skip significant portions of the game, particularly in these settings. So
yeah, like here, yeah, just don't even bother, just go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. That was a three-stage save right there.
Because hammers do break locks if anybody isn't aware of that in these randomizer flags.
Yeah. Come brackets time, they will not. Though that feature will be disabled. The hammers still have utility in 4 worlds potentially. They cannot be basically a magic wand, as they sometimes are in on these flag settings.
Oof. Pretty tight for Stewie, but he manages to get by.
Yeah, that was kind of that's a nasty enemy set in 2-1. I handled it pretty well, but yikes.
Ludomic skipped the Hammer Brother, which didn't have anything useful, so it's going to pick up a little bit of time here.
Maybe guys suggesting we break the lock, we make the lock breakable, the rock breakable in World 1. I think that's been discussed, but I don't think it's ever gone anywhere.
I'd like to see hammers build bridges.
That's also been discussed, but again, I think it's never gotten off the ground. So World 3 or 4 remains. What's it going to be, chat?
3, for sure.
3 for sure, he says. And you are correct. Now, this is interesting. He's going to have to play this, of course. You know, find out, but, you know, if the 2 pipes that are closest to him connect to each other, double hammer is utterly valueless.
Yeah, just go Glutamic. Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you got to hit the spare in that situation, you're not likely to get through it without taking a hit, so you might as well just damage boost and just get through to that next power-up.
Yeah, so 7-8 leading off, so now we're going to see what exactly our runners are going to have to deal with here.
Done that several times where I fly above, not realizing that a boss bass can spawn. He shows up out of midair and swallows you whole.
Double hammer really doesn't pay off here because you're just playing one extra level and it's 6-7, so no big whoop. It is a 1-fort world 3. Glutamic acid, really thinking about this, he's got to decide something like now. You know, he's really just.
Yeah, I mean, he should just play the fort at this point. Because then he can
Yeah.
check that pike and that'll know exactly where he needs to go. I think he's making
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so there it is. So, gonna have to do this anyways. What is he doing? Oh, he is double hammering. Oh. Well, he's got the hammers for it, I guess,
Yeah,
but
not going to save him anything, but
the only thing it saves him is he doesn't have to play 6-7.
oh yeah.
So, I mean, there is that, so they're only about... That was a lot of time spent kind of like calculating, and unfortunately could hurt him. So, second hand stage, no big deal. Gets a Tanuki suit, so if they find the other hand stages, more Tanuki for them.
Glutamic's been paying attention. I should know that he hasn't played the World 6 airship yet. If he uses a tail, he's got a chance to save, but he doesn't, so moot point.
Yeah, that's an underrated strategy, and it is one I favor whenever I can. Nice clip, though, by the way, by glutamic acid.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, why more... It's not, like, too difficult to learn, and it saves, like, 10 seconds at least. You just gain a little bit of speed, fly over the top, and then
yeah.
it's over.
On top of that, yeah, it's good. If I have extra P-wings, and I know I'll play them. I'll burn a hammer there. I'll burn a P-wing there.
Yep, absolutely.
Ooh, looks like hammers are not going to have any play here in World 4, unfortunately. So, gonna have to hope that World 8 is got lots of locks, and no bridges. Taking kind of a quick attempt there at the clip in the ceiling in 6F1. Like, nope, not gonna bother.
Hammers can be kind of a double-edged sword in 8. It could make it really fast if there's nothing required at the end, but if you break a bunch of locks and then you have to play forts, you don't know if the forts that you're beating are useful, so it's kind of one of those things where, I mean, do you want to break a lock and risk it, or, you know, get a little bit more intel after you play the fort?
Yeah, it is a open question, and it's, you know, it really is it is entirely situational. It really just depends on what kind of you end up getting for a draw. You know, I feel if it's somewhat linear, then that makes it a little easier. But you know, you're really kind of rolling the dice either way. Last airship is World 2. So we have Iggy, and then it's a weak Iggy. So we got ourselves a really close race coming into World 8 here. Stewie out at 25:02. Glutamic's going to be about 20 seconds behind.
Now, I saw in Glutamic's inventory that he has a hammer suit. I'm not sure if he got that from the end card or not, so...
I believe he did, and we welcome our raiders from SG4 for what has become a very close race here. The second of these two matches between Glutamic Acid and Stewie Cartman. Stewie going for 6-0. Now here's a situation. Okay, say that lock doesn't break anything. Say this doesn't break that lock. That's a hammer play, easy.
Yep, that's a great spot. You don't have to worry about the hand. Don't even need to contemplate the fort. It's just you're onto the next screen.
Exactly.
You actually love to see that. That's way better than having 3 pipes, say, at the beginning.
Unfortunately, it was not that simple, but Stewie is actually going to gamble here and is going to skip. Oh my good God. Oh wow. Can you say, why can't I ever get this?
Yeah. He has a hammer suit too, so I mean, if not for that first world with the 3 deaths, he definitely would have had the tournament record here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's on his way to about a 27-30 right now. Oh. Oh god.
Just nothing.
Only thing. Yeah. Unless Stewie makes some incredibly insane mistake here, this is all but over.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what a finish for Stewie Cartman, who's going to finish 6-0 in group play. I can't wait to see what his average is.
So yeah, all things considered, I mean the end card was kind of a detriment for Glutamic this seed because it was giving out so many hammers that he didn't even need it.
And he just lost his unfortunately just lost his hammer suits. So Stewie finishes with an official race time of 27:18. I think that's second fastest in the tournament.
Wow.
Stewie might actually have you beat on the average. It's gonna be close.
Nice.
So, but and this I think is the second race. This is the second race we've had where both runners have finished under 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this seed started with a 7-minute 30-second World 1, so that's over 20% of the total time for one world.
Yeah, literally a quarter, and then to rock it through the next 7 in 20 minutes is pretty amazing. And we are welcomed by our winner of today's matches, Stewie Cartman, to the GG.
Thank you.
So, all right, we were just talking about this 7.5-minute first world. Did you really think that it was going to be sub 30 the rest of the way?
No way.
You also avoided your favorite levels, 5F9 and Atlantis, these seeds. So
where were they?
Yeah,
nowhere.
Sweet.
We didn't see them at all.
Good.
And we are welcomed by Glutamic Acid, GG.
GG.
Yeah, great set of races.
So,
yeah.
I'll say it right now. As soon as I played that first fort in World 8, and then I saw the free pass to Bowser's Castle, I thought I lost right there. Because I knew he had a bunch of hammers because of how much that seed gave out.
Yeah, there were hammers aplenty. That is for sure.
Yeah, I think I had two unused at the end. Yeah.
I don't even remember how many I had unused.
Yeah, that was kind of a thing, and in in glutamic acid's case, it was, the end card was giving, but unfortunately, so was everyone else.
I think I checked the end card once, maybe the second seed, and I just passed up on it the rest of the race.
Yeah, and in that case, in both cases, it was validated because you were able to essentially offset because between the Princess and the Hammer Bros, you were getting plenty of inventory to go around.
Yeah,
I
that
think it's
seed
on
was.
the stage.
I'm sorry?
I gambled with a double hammer in World 3, but it didn't even matter.
I thought about doing that, and I passed on that.
Yeah, ultimately, you skipped 6-7 as it turned out. So a medium length stage. Not the best, not the worst, but
Yeah, I think I played 6-7.
you did, yes.
Yeah, 'cause I thought that maybe that pipe was gonna be the right one. Obviously, it wasn't.
Yeah. That was, we were talking about the double hammer going in, and we thought, well, if this plays out pretty nicely, watch out.
Yeah.
So,
I had so many hammers, I figured might as well use them.
Yeah.
it's certainly a valid play. It's like kind of like we're kind of going back and forth, like, what do I do? Because it was a really double-edged position, because if it failed, then you were basically looking worse off than you were before. But
Yeah.
so
Seems like both seeds were pretty generous with the items.
overall they were. The card was pretty generous in the first seed, and like I said, Hammer Bros and the Princess were pretty nice too.
Yeah.
So I just did your calculations, Stewie. You are the 3 seed currently with a
Wow.
average time of 33:35.
Not bad.
That's what I was trying to do myself, and apparently I forgot how to do math because I thought you had like a 31 or something like that. So,
Yeah, not
excellent
not
time.
not quite. The 2 times today were definitely the fastest of the 6, by far.
I thought they had to be.
Yeah, your fastest time before that was 33:51, which is certainly nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it's a very good
Right.
time, but yeah, today was definitely a really good day for you on the both of you. I mean, these times are definitely something to be proud of. Anytime you can break 30, you're doing really well. You're doing really well, and you've got some really good and fortunate smiling on you.
Yeah, I was worried about
Yeah,
this
definitely.
because normally my luck is horrible.
Well,
both
today,
both these seeds, you had a shot at the lowest time for the tourney. The first one, until you got to World 8, you had a shot, and then, I mean, if it wasn't for that first world and the 3 uncharacteristic deaths, you certainly would have had it for sure.
But didn't I die in Bowser's Castle in the first seed?
you did.
It was in the statue room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That basically ended the bid for a sub 30. Otherwise, it would have been like a 29-30 or so.
Yeah.
But yeah. So any final thoughts on this, guys, before we wrap it up?
GG Glutamic, and that was definitely
Yeah,
a good race.
GG, Stewie. You sure you'll go quite far?
Well, I think both of you are gonna be making some noise in this tournament the next couple of weeks, and obviously I know Stewie you're in, but wouldn't put it past you, Glutamic, to make another run at the brackets. But I guess we'll see how the next set of matches with your fellow group players shakes out.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, so yeah, so do give our runners a follow. This was an excellent display of Mario 3 Rando this afternoon. Terrific play by both sides. And I can give myself Pro 8007 and my co-com, and again, top seed of the tournament so far, DLP 316, a follow as well. We appreciate it. But start with our runners, again, putting on a terrific display of the randomizer here for you all. So real quick, I'll just we got several matches still on the books for the next several days. Some really good ones on the horizon. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have It's Paranoia versus Sharky 2107. Tuesday 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Prior 57 versus Dave Lindo. Who that will determine second place in Group L, so that'll be a good one. On the 28th, for that Friday, the Friday before Memorial Day in the U.S., we have a pair of afternoon matches, a 12 o'clock tilt between Ibuba 7, who'll be making his tournament debut, versus It's Paranoia. At 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Craig SMB3 versus Paratroopa. In the 29th, we have Ibuba taking on Sharky at 1 p.m. Eastern. So some good matches coming up and plenty more coming down the pipeline. So group play will end on Memorial Day, May 31st. So and then brackets will begin on June 2nd. So lots of exciting action to come in the Mario 3 Randomizer Tournament. So thanks all for watching, and thank you to DLP316 for joining me this afternoon on the mic.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. Well, GG's guys, and good luck to both of you in your Glutamic in your remaining matches, and Stewie, see you in the brackets.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, have a good one, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone.